good, thanks. How are you?
Good. My name's Abby and I'm an exercise scientist. So today being our first session, we're just going to cover a few of the basics about what you're hoping to get out of the sessions in the future and today, and also why you are actually here. So do you mind telling me a bit about you, about your exercise history and why you are here?
Sure. So I am 33, work in the city normally. It's a bit different at the moment. I grew up exercising probably every day, always running around, active, outside. If it was rounders, badminton, hockey, athletics, anything I could do, I wanted to do, including in my school holidays. I'd sign up to camps and stuff. So I have loved exercise for a really long time, but I found that as I've got older and worked, I think like most people, I've prioritised work instead, and I really want to bring more exercise back into my lifestyle because I understand the importance of remaining or becoming healthy and having an active lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, you're not alone there, so don't feel as though you're any different to anyone else. When people struggle to find the time to fit things in, they generally push exercise out the window, and that's the one thing that we really shouldn't be pushing away. It helps us with our mental health, sleeping. It really affects everything. So the fact that you know how important it is to implement exercise is really great. And obviously coming here today is the first steps, and we'll be able to sort something out for you, hopefully, by the end of the coming weeks. So are you exercising at the moment?
I do exercise, not probably enough, but definitely not enough, hence why I'm here. But I guess I play futsal once a week, mixed futsal on a Wednesday night. I love the fact that it's always a Wednesday, so regardless of my working week, Wednesdays, if the day's busy, I still make sure I get away. I've got teammates who are friends who I feel accountable towards, so I have that every Wednesday. But aside from that, at the moment, there really isn't anything else, and I guess that highlights to me that it's not enough. It's a short period of time, which works well, but it's not enough exercise.
I mean, it's great that you're playing futsal. It's socialisation, it's getting out of the house, doing something. But yeah, like you said, you feel as though you should be doing more, and I think for your age, you should really be trying to get in maybe 3 sessions a week, but at least you're doing something at the moment. So would you say in the last 5 years you've been inactive other than futsal, or has there been any other exercise or sport?
Actually, when I first came to Australia, I reignited my passion for martial arts. I started training when I was 18. Like I said, things fell by the wayside. I started working, and then when I came here, there was a martial arts club just 5 minutes down the road, which worked really well for me because even if it was a big working day, I could get home, get changed, and head there with just a few minutes to spare. So I guess convenience is kind of important for me, and I absolutely loved martial arts. I loved the people I got to train with. We had a little community and socialised as well, which was great, but I also love the discipline and the physical activity of martial arts and skill required as well.
Definitely. So if you don't mind me asking, how come you don't practice martial arts anymore?
My martial arts instructor moved away, so he headed up the coast. The club who I used to train with twice a week kind of dispersed to further up the northern beaches, some now train in the city, and while I had intentions to join them and follow them, I kind of didn't make the decision, and now I'd really like to kind of have help and motivation to reincorporate that back into my life because I loved it.
Definitely. I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. We'll find something that works for you. It's important to find an exercise program, sport that you enjoy. And I mean, what you've said so far, futsal, martial arts, it seems to be sport-based exercises that incorporate other people. So I feel like that's great that you know what you enjoy because it helps us filter out what we can do as your exercise program. So what would you say that your daily schedule looks like, just so we can try and figure out when to put exercise in for you?
So it's probably not really normal at the moment, but I'm up on work days, so I head into the office into the city twice a week, and those are big days for me, so I'm up and out the house just after 6, and then sometimes not back until 6:37. And then the days that I work from home, which is 3 days a week at the moment, I get up quite a bit later, maybe 8:30, log on and work essentially to 5:30, but invariably I actually just carry on working through the evening unless I have something else to do or somewhere to be. And I think that's where I recognise I need to fit something in probably.
So on the days you work from home, you can clock off at 5:30 and then be done?
I can and absolutely should, but of course there's always more work to do, and you just carry on doing it, but it can invariably wait until the next day.
Great. So those 2 days that you go into the office, we'll write those off. You'll be exhausted from travelling to the city having a full day, the last thing you probably want to do is come home and exercise, and getting up at 6 a.m. is already early enough. We don't want to push.
It used to be daily, but I think I struggle now. So
Yeah.
the days
No
that I'm
waking
not
up
in the
at-
city.
No waking up at 4 and trying to fit an exercise in before.
No, thank you.
So the other 3 days, we'll definitely try to put something in there.
That would be great.
When would you like to exercise throughout the day? When works for you, do you think?
I'd love to tell you that I want to get up as the sun rises and enjoy the beautiful northern beaches where I live, because I see the people exercising on the beach, and I once used to get up pretty early and enjoy that, but I don't anymore. I think probably reasonably for me, I would expect to try and exercise in the evenings. Like I said,
Yeah.
it really helps me then clock off from work, because
Definitely.
otherwise it rolls into the night.
Yeah. And we don't need to push you to wake up early. Like, if you just don't want to do the mornings, that's fine. You've got those afternoons available, so we'll definitely try to schedule something for those afternoons. And
That's
I
good.
mean, with summer coming up, the nights are longer, so there's no excuses to why we can't be exercising.
No.
It's nice and bright outside. I know the dark's sometimes a bit unmotivating. but-
Definitely.
So, futsal, 2 evening sessions after you clock off. Would you be looking to get back into martial arts or doing another futsal comp for these 2 sessions? What would you like to be doing?
We've signed up for another futsal comp,
Oh,
but
that's
it's still
great.
just 1 week,
Well,
1 day a week.
yeah.
I would actually really like the martial arts again. I think it's something I've always intended to do, but I just, like I said before, I've never really bit the bullet and made the decision. And I guess now more than ever, I'm realising that while I don't know specifically how I'll fit it in, I guess I need that help and guidance from someone to
Yeah.
make sure that I do, because I loved it and I know that I enjoyed it enough to probably prioritise
Continue.
that. Yeah.
Definitely. So, I mean, it's good that you love it, because you know that once you start, you'll be able to continue through with it.
Definitely.
We just need to work together to schedule in the time, find a new martial arts place for you. I mean, I have a couple of connections out on the northern beaches, but I feel as though maybe getting in contact with some of your friends, because then you would feel motivated to,
That's true.
generally when you know people, it's easier to start back up again. So maybe for the next session, get in contact with some of the guys that you used to train with, and figure out whether it's a good thing for you to go and train with them again.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Perfect. So other than work, you don't have any other lifestyle things that would prevent you from exercising?
No, not really. I can make up excuses. I live by myself, so I have the housework, cooking, cleaning and shopping to do, but
Yeah.
again, that's not an excuse. I do want to be active.
Yeah.
So
Just so I know your schedule, so we know whether we need to work around anything else. But it seems like a really great basis. I mean, you know that exercise is important. It's not that you don't enjoy exercise. You do enjoy it. It's just starting something, finding the motivation to continue with something, and having people that you know and will hold you accountable for coming is a great thing. And I think that you know all of these things. We just need to work together to get it going.
yes, definitely.
Perfect. Do you have any other questions for me about anything?
No, not at all. Like you mentioned, maybe for the next session, if I try and reach out to my friends and get something locked in. So
Yeah, for
what
sure.
would I look at maybe next session with you?
Yep. So if you just try and hook up a time with your friend that you could chat about the martial arts, would be really great. And I'll give some of the people that I know a call about if I can help you, if that falls through, if there's any other martial arts around the northern beaches that would benefit you, that would be great.
That's great.
But it was really nice to meet you.
And
just
you.
before the next session, we need to do an EXSC screening. So just to make sure that you've got no medical or illness, diseases that will prevent you from starting this exercise program again. So we'll get that done, and also maybe a fitness screening and testing just in the gym. It's just a one-off thing.
You.
Yeah, so we'll just get that done for the next time. But
Great.
it's really great to meet you.
And you, Abby. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you.